Launched in 2014, the Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders is the flagship program of President Obama's Young African Leaders Initiative and embodies the President's commitment to invest in the future of Africa.
This is President Obama's last final year in office, and Obama has been such an inspirational figure for me as a black man, as an example of a good politician, someone who I want to embody in the future, someone whose speeches have always inspired me. And so I thought, let me go for it. I might feel like I'm not ready, but it will still be a great experience.
In 2016, Duquesne University was awarded the grant to host 25 Washington Fellows from 18 African countries for a 6-week academic and leadership institute in the area of civic leadership. The program drew from the university and the city of Pittsburgh's unique set of expertise and resources.
I have learned so much with my experience here, both personally and professionally, and I plan to take it all home and try to implement it in my country to change the world that I live in for the better. I learned with this program that there is nothing termed impossible. Anything that your mind conceptualizes, there's obviously the power and the resources to implement it and get it. What is important is just throwing yourself in the pool and start swimming.
I understand more and more that this program is making the relationship between people to people making sense. Because right now, the relationship is more about government to government. So being here, I'm meeting Americans, I'm not meeting the government of America, and I'm not from the government. I'm from the people of Mozambique. So it's people from Mozambique, from South Africa, from America, who are interacting. So we together can contribute.
The university has a long-standing connection with Africa, partly through our founding congregation, the Congregation of the Holy Spirit, which has always had a very strong interest in Africa and indeed is becoming increasingly centered in Africa with more and more of the Spirit and Fathers coming from that continent. In many ways, the Mandela Fellows Program caps that long connection with a new and exciting way to realize the potential of our long-standing relationship.
For me to be chosen for the Mandela Fellowship Program, it was a very good, great opportunity to be part of this experience so I can see and figure and participate in this experience so I can learn and see how the other organizations around Africa from the colleague that I have, and also to see the other organization and the community work and the community service here in US.
Two things that I'll take away from the Mandela Washington Fellowship would be, one, the great networking connections that I've made here in America, and using that to leverage the work back at home to influence more of our leaders, to actively be ambassadors for LGBTI people and also for LGBTI youth more specifically.
To me, being chosen for the Mandela Washington Fellowship is a great opportunity because it gives us Zimbabweans an opportunity to come and learn from a community that is where we would like to be. It allows me an opportunity to be trained in civic leadership, which I previously didn't have, and I launched into leadership positions with no formal leadership training, and this has been a foundational course for me.
The Civic Leadership Institute was specifically designed for fellows who are civically engaged and serving the public through non-governmental organizations, community-based organizations, or volunteerism in their home countries. We are honored to have been selected as a host for this year's cohort. Amandla.